What up, everybody? This is Mark from Suicide Silence.
And this is Brian Fair from Shadows Fall.
This is Trevor Sternad from the Black Dahlia Murder here.
Yo, this is Gary Hall from Exodus and recently retired from Slayer. And
Hello, this is Becky Boulder from Hamburg Rebel and Fury.
Hey, this is Charlie with Anthrax. I just want to give a shout out to Pedal to the Metal Radio, the podcast.
The podcast to get all your rock and metal news plus reviews.
Keep it metal. Pedal to the Metal Radio, motherfuckers!
What's up, everybody? It's your main man, Eddie Monster here. Welcome to another edition of 5 Minutes or Less. That's right, the place where you get your heavy metal reviews at breakneck speed. We've got a good one for all of you today. That's right, we are reviewing an album from a band that's often been described as lust, grimy, and sleazy. They'd often been compared to bands like Hellhammer, Bathory, Venom, Motorhead, which sounds pretty fucking awesome to me if you ask me, right? And this album is sort of a tribute to where they came from. That's right, I'm talking about the band Midnight and their new album Steel, Rust, and Disgust, which is their tribute to the Cleveland punk rock and metal scene, if I do say so myself. The band is led by their fearless leader, Afnar. It's pretty much a one-man band, but, you know, he's the face of all of it. And he had these things to say about the album. The idea to record an album of all covers with a certain theme is nothing quite new. The original title for this album was going to be Throw Ups, as an homage to David Bowie's Pin-Ups, which was also of covers. Although Throw Ups is only 2 syllables and I needed 6, I guess I could have called it Throw Downs, Throw Outs, Throw Ups, but that would just be fucking stupid. He also goes on to say, I just wanted to record some songs by bands who shared the same sights, sounds, and sewage of my region of birth. Some of these tunes you may have heard, some of them you may have not. So please do yourself a favor and check out the original versions if you want to transform yourself into a total fucking slimeball, that is. And I have to agree with them a little bit. I think you should. When you hear a band and they do these cover albums, it's cool to go and listen to the original tracks to show how it influenced who they were. The album's not all totally covers. It features 2 original tracks, which are fucking awesome. Cleveland Metal and then the title track, Steel, Rust, and Disgust, show exactly what this band is made of, with Cleveland Metal being one of my favorite tracks in the album, being kind of the homage to the Cleveland punk rock and metal scene that is. Some of my favorite tracks on the album is like Third Generation Nation, which is a Dead Boys song. Awesome. Showcasing this band, transforming this punk / rock and roll track, because to me all punk rock from back in those days was rock and roll. It just was non-corporate, if you want to call it that. And then we got Rock and Roll Fever, which is a David Allan Coe cover. I didn't know what to expect with that because I've only heard the country side of David Allan Coe, but the song fucking kicks ass. And then Frenzy, which is the most famous guy. If you're a horror fan and you love like Halloween music, Screamin' Jay Hawkins, the world famous, all awesome. There's even a song by a band I didn't know, which I'm curious to hear the original track, and that's the Rubber City Rebels and their song Child Eaters. It just all of a sudden goes into this thing where he's like, yeah, you know, like that guy that you hooked up with, yeah, he left his seat and he left you. And you want to go out and you want to hang out with your friends and you want to have a good time, but you can't because now you got a kid to take care of. Goes into this whole spiel. Totally caught me off guard. But the album is so cool. Every single song is awesome. It's got that Motorhead-esque kind of ideal of loud and, you know, just loud and in your face with the vocals. You can hear the comparisons. I'm telling you, you can hear the Venom comparisons in Afnar's vocals. So pretty fucking cool. I definitely recommend you check out this album. I'm giving it 4.5 stars out of 5 for a final grade. It's out right now via Metal Blade Records. Make sure you check it out. And then make sure you do what he says. Check out the originals as well. Stay metal all the fucking time.